What's up, everybody? Rob here from Sage Tower Games, and I'm bringing you guys a new treat, a new board game. That's one that's not even out yet, and that is Distilled, a spirited strategy game by Pathfinder Games. This game is all about brewing different spirits and essentially earning victory points by completing these different sorts of brews, and the better values you get for them, the more points you get in the long run. So I'm going to give you guys a little playthrough of the game. I will be playing this on the full game to show you everything that they have. There is currently a testing playtest version of it on Tabletop Simulator, so be sure to check it out. You can get it on Tabletop Simulator, and they do have a Discord where they are giving people updates on the game, giving people opportunities to play with the devs to learn how to play the game. So, first thing, we'll select our spirits. First thing is pick our seat. I just pick random 7. I'm not that bothered. And then we'll go. So the way it works is, it shuffles all the cards, gives you everything you need. We get to choose between 2 people as our characters. Yanni Acropolis, who's a Greek person, and Jean-Baptiste Saint Fleur, American Jamaican. So for him, I'll try to zoom in a bit. His signature recipe is a premium dark rum, and he gets 4 coins and 1 yeast to begin his game. This guy gets 3 coins, 1 water, and he makes an ozu as his special ingredients. So I have played as the American guy. For this one, I'm just gonna play as him only because the Greek guy doesn't have an actual picture yet, just so it looks more visually appealing for you guys. And I am going to use... I'll just pick this one for now. Have the most non-vodka spirit labels that require a plant. So the way it works is you take him, you put him in your office. When you put him in your office, it automatically gives you the money for his character, his significant material, ingredient, which you need to get from pantry, and his special one-time use premium dark rum, which is worth a lot of points. We don't need Ozu guy, and we don't need Juno. That's all gone. Okay. So we have 4 money. We can always make vodka and always make moonshine, and we have 1 yeast. So I'll just put this in the pantry for now. Now let's show you the board. I'll also put this on the thing. Okay. So these are what they call co-op. For this section, you can get 2 pieces of 2 cards from this max. And this is a way for you to essentially get your basic resources you need. If you are struggling to get some sort of water, some sort of mixed grains, this is a way to at least get the basic stuff you need to make something. You can see above it are the items, and on the items, that's kind of more special items, bottles, barrels, those kind of things to help increase your worth. This is the special custom ingredients, and then up here are the distillery upgrades, where you get special abilities from doing them. And these are all the different recipes out there. So first thing that we're going to do is we need water. So we're going to buy a water. When you purchase water, you may draw any card from the top from the deck and choose if you want to purchase it or not. I'm gonna choose from the item market deck. I'm not gonna pick that one. So now I have a water and I have a yeast. I was debating buying a barrel just because I need a barrel for the rum, but that might be too quick. No, that might be a bit. So I think I'm just gonna buy mixed grains. And then that's my 2 max from here. And then in terms of from the actual rest of the cards, it's a clay barrel. I'm gonna put some turbo yeast. That cost me 3. And then you click on this little button up here, and it'll actually shift over all the cards automatically. Okay, now comes how we make cards. So you put yeast here, you put your water here, and then you put everything else here. So I'm gonna put the turbo yeast, the mixed grains, and the water, and do I want to? Oh, no, yeah. So the way this works is, for every card you have here, you gain 1 alcohol, and then for the ingredient yeast, I draw in 1 additional alcohol. Now I have 2 alcohols. So the way you kind of brew your stuff, you combine all 5 cards, you flip them, shuffle them out. You then take the top card of the deck, bring it back. Take the bottom card of the deck, bring it back. And then these are the cards that splay out to make your, essentially, what you actually made. So we have alcohol, and yeast. So we can't make vodka, we can make moonshine though. So we make moonshine, and then we count how much money everything essentially gives us. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is 7. We gain 2 victory points, which you can tell from the one in the bottom left corner of the cards. So 2 victory points. And because we made moonshine, we actually get a moonshine label, which you can place up here on the top of the board in one of the spirit labels. And you can choose which one you want to essentially pick. So in this case, I'm going to put it over here to gain 4 more coins. And then these cards have been spent. Moonshine you can make, again, and then they go over to the bottle. Split up. And then the last thing you do for the market is you shift the market. So what happens is all the cards move 1 down, get by, and you add a new card to the mix. And we move the round token up 1. So 1 round's finished. We've only got 2 points, but we've made ourselves some money to actually kind of hopefully get things going. So I was hoping to get a barrel in here, but we didn't. A Cooper could give me a discounted barrel. So I could get a barrel Cooper for 5, buy a standard wooden barrel for 2, for 7. As a possibility. So let's see what we have. We have a water. We have a yeast. And we have mixed grains. So we have enough to essentially brew something. But we want to probably try and brew at least a vodka. At least get something different. You know? So what do we need to make our molasses? We need 2 plant sugars and the sugar cane. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. That might be worth it. So we buy a Cooper for 5. So he goes in here. So during the market phase, we may discount 1 barrel by 2. So I'll just shift over. I'll discard this one by 2. The barrels will go here. Actually, sorry, they go here. The warehouse is where they go when they're ready, when they're actually aging. So that's 5, 6, 7. There you go. 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to get the sugarcane for 4. And a mixed plants for 1. Now, I normally would have that in the past. I've just shoved them all in and hope for the best. But I'm thinking I have enough here that I could actually just make the recipe and hope I don't botch up everything else. So I'm going to keep it as is. We get 1 alcohol added to the mix. Flip. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Top card. Mixed grains. Alcohol. And then we get water and the yeast. So we just get straight up moonshine as our ingredient again. So that's 1, 4, that's 5 coins. And on the 1 point only. But we do make another moonshine label. This case, we'll put it over here by the spirit label to give us our molasses. And these cards go away. We shift the market. And that's the round 2 in the books. So 2 rounds down, you can see we're kind of not doing so hot. So that's the beauty of this game. All you need is to get like 1 or 2 like big, really big hits, and you can just rally up the points. So with that, let us see what we have. We got sugarcane. We have alcohol. Got mixed plants. Got. So that's the 2 sugar, the 2 plants, and the sugarcane. So we have what we need in that sense. I'm gonna buy the turbo yeast for 3. because that'll give me an extra alcohol to try and keep some of these plants alive, hopefully. I'm gonna buy a mixed plant, another one. That way I have 4, so if I lose one, it's not the end of the world. And I'm just gonna buy a yeast for free. When you buy a yeast, you gain 1 coin. That's just so I have it in case I lose anything. So the plan here is to hopefully make our brick concoction. So we got yeast, 4 sugars, and alcohol. So because we have 4 sugars, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 alcohols. But we have turbo yeast, so that's 1 more alcohol. So it's 5 alcohols plus these cards. So essentially the plan here, and I'm banking a lot into it, is that I don't lose the cards I need. Alcohol, alcohol. Split the rest of the cards out. Boom. So we have sugarcane molasses, and we have our mixed plants. So we have a barrel, which actually doesn't give me any points, but it is what it is. It's a crappy barrel. So we have everything we need to make our premium dark rum, which you can see if you look at the card, is 16 points by itself. So you can see how much it's big. Plus all the other cards we have, this is a big worth of a set. So everything gets put together, gets flipped over. I just need to check the rules on 1 quick second. Actually, no, I think you don't age it. Let me just make sure. Plan, distill, bottle, or age. Oh no, so I do age it. So I distill it, and then I choose to either sell it right away or age it. So when you age it, you get, I'll just shuffle these. 1 flavor card, top of the deck. Barrel goes here. I forgot, for some reason, it never actually goes with the card. And then every turn it ages, remember this needs to be aged at least 2 turns, it gets more and more points. So this is pretty much going to stay there for like a good chunk of the game. And then because we didn't bottle, you can take a loan if you want to lose victory points to gain money, but I don't think that's a small play. Shift, and we move on to round 4. Okay, we got alcohol. We do have a mixed grains, so we can attempt to brew a vodka again, hopefully. We only have 2 coins, so we're not exactly killing it here, if you will. I'm gonna buy a frosted glass bottle for 2. Ah, that's the barrel I wanted. I'm gonna buy a mixed grains. And then I'm gonna buy I'll buy another yeast. No, yeah, I bought, yeah. To gain 1 coin. Okay. So we got 2 cards, so we got 2 alcohols. Plus all these cards. Flip. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So, top card. Bottom card. Split out. So we have at least 1 grains. So because of that, we can make a vodka. So we're going to make a vodka. And we're going to combine that with this frosted glass bottle to give us an additional spirit point or victory point because we're going to unage it. So first things first, how much money? 1, 2, 3, plus another 3 is 6. So we get 6 coins from the vodka. We get 2, 1 plus another 1 because we're bottling it straight away for 4 victory points. And we make a vodka. So now we gotta see what kind of recipe or ingredient do we want. Or do we want an upgrade? Or do we want a recipe? The Deutsch ventilator, I don't know if it's a Deutsch or how you say it, but allows me to flavor a lot of my cards to gain extra points. I'm actually going to put this over the one to give me a recipe so I can learn how to make vodka. Whiskey. Because I kind of want to try and age the second one, hopefully. And if I can age 2 different things going on, I can really bank in my points. The bottle stays over to the side. And then these cards all just go away. The bottles are kept because they can be helpful scoring later on at the end of the game. Okay. Shift the market. And we move on to turn 5. Oh, before I forget, this does age again. So flavor card gets added. You do not see what the flavor card is. It just gets added on. Okay, new round. So let's see what we are working with in terms of... Okay, so if we want to make whiskey, well, first thing we need a barrel. And second thing, we need a lot more grain sugars. So we got ex-bourbon hogshead or an American standard barrel. Since we have our Cooper, you may discount 1 barrel by 2. Someone uses ability to buy the American standard barrel for only 3 coins. So I get 2 coins back. So I have a barrel for it. And now I need some grains for it. Gonna buy some rye for 3. Gonna buy mixed grains for 0. And I'm gonna buy... I got 3 over here. I need at least 2 to stay like above. I might just buy 1 more. But it's 2 mixed grains, yeah. And let's hope for the best. Okay. So we should be fine no matter what. Because we'll get 4 alcohols. Will get added to our pile. Combine with these cards. Flip. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then top card goes away. Bottom card goes away. Then you splay it out. So we have 3 grains. We need 2+ to make our whiskey. So we'll make our whiskey using our barrel. So as we talked about, you take out the cards. Flip them. And then they'll go over in our other warehouse section. And then do you choose to age it? Oh, I'm going to choose to age it. This card, during your age up, you may spend 1 money to earn 1 SP. And then I have to age this one as well. Now, I may choose to spend the money to earn an SP. Is it worth it at this point, you think? Probably not. I'm pretty broke. So I'm not gonna do that. But we also don't get any. We also didn't quote unquote make anything really. I'm just seeing what we have available to us. Okay. I might take a loan out just to try and get some extra resources. I'm gonna take 2 to gain 2 coins. So you lose 2 victory points and you can gain 2 coins. It says it under your thing at the bottom. Max of $4. Okay. Round 6. So you can always check if this makes sense, because I've made 3 spirits and I'm aging 2 spirits, so that's 5 rounds. So 2 rounds left. I'm gonna probably, once I hit turn 7 is when I'm gonna cash in on both of those. Or do I cash in now? Because you're thinking, if all the money that you're gonna make on those other ones, you won't be able to spend that money to like distill and brew one last thing. So let's check. So I just want to see how many flavors I have. 1, 2, 3. So I got 3 flavors on my Jamaican rum, which you can see in the bottom right corner means it's 6 spirit points. If I wait another turn, it's 10 spirit points. So I gain 4 more points. Or do I cash it in now? That way I gain all the money from it. That I might have to do that. And then try and brew another vodka and then set myself up for a good like hit. I'm gonna buy this bottle. 1. I'm gonna buy this yeast, so I gain 1 coin. Then I'm gonna buy. Let's buy some potatoes. Why not? I should have bought a thingy actually. Take that back. Oh. Only because I forgot I actually want to. I want to actually buy a recipe. So what's the highest like value point I can get without really needing gin. It looks to be a gin, but that's 3. It's all my money. I can get soju. I'm gonna buy this for 2. So I have another recipe. And then I'm going to... So let's see what we got here in terms of stuff. Yeast, alcohol, rye. I did buy, I think, one of those already. I'll buy one more. Okay. And then we'll brew again. So we have 3 sugars. So that makes 3 alcohols, as we've talked about. And the one good thing about this game is that, well, not interesting thing, is that in the instruction booklet, they actually kind of talk about the science behind brewing and like kind of distilling spirits, which is pretty interesting actually. They kind of give you the actual lore about the game. So 3 plus our 3 cards, combine them together, flip, shuffle, 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 top card, bottom card, split out. So I can actually make this now, technically. Right? Yeah, I could. So we're gonna make soju. We're gonna place it in a plastic liter bottle. So money-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 2 additional money if I'm buying an unaged spirit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. It's worth 1, 5. So that's worth 6 victory points, which I'm between 11. And we make a soju, and we have another plastic bottle to add to our collection. These cards all go... I'm just going to put these cards back myself. The thing does go automatically, but easier that way. And then I'm going to put this... I can get a free item or free upgrade. Gonna place this over here to get a free upgrade to get the warehouse manager. So I just want to check one thing quickly. Okay. So I want to make sure that I get this because I'm going to use this ability right away. And then I'm going to cash in. So I'm going to age my whiskey once more. And then I'm going to actually cash in on my rum. So the way it works is I'm going to put the flavor cards up there. So I'm going to put them down here. And I'll split these cards out. So we see everything that we're working with. So we're making premium dark rum. Money wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But because my warehouse manager, I can double one of the flavor cards. So I'll double this one to make it 16, 17 coins. And our premium dark rum has a fishy, apple, and sweaty flavor. That's not the best tasting rum, I will probably admit. But it does have 16, 18, 19, 23 points. So 23 points puts us up to 34 points. So just like that, you can see how we kind of skyrocketed. The barrel goes over here to our collection. And we get another premium dark. We got another label to put on. And I'm trying to see if there's anything worth that I want to potentially add on to our list. I might just I don't have a recipe. What do I have in terms of ingredients? Nothing much, actually. So I'm actually gonna buy the. I'm gonna put my rum over the free item to get this little vintage decanter bottle. And then these cards will just get put back. And you can just drop them over the bottle. And they essentially just go here. Okay. Those cards are all sorted. We've done that. We've aged this one. 1, 2. Did we age it? Drew a blank. Did we age this one? Oh, not guy. Let's see. Moonshine. Space to make the rum. 1, 2, 3. Age. Vodka. Whiskey. 1, 2. I think we aged it already. So I think we're good. Okay. And we'll go on to last turn. Okay, so we have let me just fill these in. Shift. All right, so we have our last turn. This is the last round that we have. So there's no point in us aging anything, like bottling anything that has to be aged, because there's no point. So first thing we need a recipe. We can, so let's see what cards we have. We have alcohol, we have mixed grains, and we have a yeast. So we have just enough to basically distill whatever we want. But now we just need to spruce things up a bit. Since the barrel won't matter because we're not going to be aging, we can make it with a basic wooden barrel at this point. Is that another one? Isn't there like a... requires clay. Requires a clay barrel. Could make soju. I just want to make before I do this for you guys, I want to just make sure that I don't do I have to age it? Is my question. They must be aged. Okay, so they have to be aged. Since they have to be aged, I can't bottle it and age it, so I have to. So there's no point in me getting any of these. So that means the best one I can get is straight up gin. So we'll buy the gin recipe for 3. So that's 1 grain and 1 fruit. Alright. So we need some fruits. So let's buy some juniper berries for 4. What else do I need for this? I need at least 1 of each. So I'm hoping I can get something better. Buy some barley, why not? Not a 4. Oh, ball is here. I'm gonna buy regular water to look at the top card of the ingredient deck. Grain sugars. I'll buy it. To add to my mix. I'll buy a plant sugar for 2. You can see what we're kind of doing here. Now you can keep the points, but I'm making a lot of money from other stuff anyway. Oh, I haven't seen this one card before. The coffee still. After the Distilled up, you may return all draw cards, reshuffle, and remove the top and bottom cards again. So essentially, if you remove the card you didn't like, you could just have a rechance at it. That's pretty cool. So I think that's got us pretty stocked. I'm trying to say what's worth in terms of money. I'm actually gonna just buy this tropical warehouse. Because it's gonna help me in the long run. Because during the boss up, this counts as 1 additional flavor card when scoring flavor. So this will help the whiskey because I'm gonna age it. I'm gonna bottle it this turn. Alright. Let us start the distilling process. So because we have 5 sugars in here, that's 5 alcohols, plus our other cards that we're adding to it. Flip. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Spit 1 card out. Spit 1 card out. Split the rest. We need at least 1 grain and at least 1 fruit. We do. So we're going to make our gin. And we're going to bottle it in this little vintage decanter bottle. So, money-wise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 coins. Points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 12, plus 4, 16. So 16 points puts us up to 50. We got another bottle. We got a gin, which we'll place. Is it not? Oh. That's me being silly. Over here to draw 2 distilled goals and pick 1. These are like bonus cards in other card games. Score the most SPs require a fruit. I mean, this requires a fruit. I'm playing on my own, so I guess it doesn't really Since you're playing solo, I don't know the actual rules for that. They haven't fully fleshed those out yet. And then I'm going to... So these cards, let's just put these cards back together. Dump them in the bottle. They're gone. And let's make this whiskey. In this barrel, we got 2 flavors. I didn't add my 3 points from here, did I? So I should have 6 more points. I never added my flavor, my aging bonus for the rum. Good thing I remembered. Okay. This the warehouse manager allows me to double the money from 1 flavor card. So look at this one. So our whiskey is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It tastes like it has a flavor of manure and dried fruits. Again, probably not that pleasant, unfortunately. Some of these don't have the best combinations. In terms of spirit points, we get 1, 9, that's 10. And because of the tropical warehouse, this counts as additional flavor, so it counts as if I was age 3. So that's 6 more points. So 6 plus 10 is 16 points. So 16 points puts me at 66, 72 points. And these cards all go away. The barrel goes here. And we'll put this here. The ingredient doesn't matter, obviously. So we'll just use it to make 1 spirit point. Boom. Now let us see the end of game scoring. So we don't get, there's no spirits left in the warehouse. It just kind of explains in the rules that if you age it and you don't gain the age spirit bonus, because it's kind of a cheap way to do that. Okay. Same region bonuses. What are we working with here? These don't have anything. America, Europe, 2 wilds, 1 of each. I don't think the whiskey and the vodka count for the end of the bonus because there are any. They're like wild cards. We'll check the rules. Just don't want to give you guys. For each region, score a number of SP based on how many bottles you have. Doesn't say if it counts for all of them. So I'm not sure on that. I'll have to ask the developers on that. I don't know. It doesn't actually say that. But if you have at least 1 bottle from 3 different regions, score 5. So I do have 1 American, 1 Europe, 1 Asia. So that's 5 points. So that's 78. Then we add distillery upgrade points. He's 1 and for each barrel type represented in your spirit labels. So I have metal barrels and wooden barrels. So he's worth 2 points. He's worth 1 for every one of your aged spirit labels. I have 2 aged spirit labels, so he's worth 2 more points. Oh, 82. And then distiller goals have the most non-vodka spirits that require a plant. I have at least 1. That's 7. Have the most non-vodka spirits that require a fruit. I have 1. That's another 7. So that's 14. 96. And money is 5-to-1 ratio, so that's another 4 points. 100 on the dot. And I believe I didn't do that one. I didn't do that one. So we literally exactly on the dot got 100 points perfectly all around. So with that, let us kind of map a bit so we talk about Distilled, the game, and what we think about it. As I mentioned, this game is not actually fully out yet. I believe they're planning on releasing it to Kickstarter in 2021. You can see it kind of says it over here. And it's a pretty fun game. It's definitely has a nice mechanic to it. The spirit, like the randomness of like when you have to take one card from each side is really a cool mechanic. How you like distill stuff, because there's the front and the run, like kind of like the head. I think it's the head and the run, or the head and tail that kind of comes off when you actually distill something. But what's cool, and you kind of saw this, was the points are very spiky. Like you saw those first few rounds, we were like 10-11 points barely, and then we just took off when we got those aged spirits off, when we got those. And I just realized, totally forgot, because I always forget that my character has an ability point. This got 1 bottle by 1 coin, so I should have had like at least what? This got 1 bottle. It's not much. I would have saved 2 coins. Not end of the world, but like that's one thing I always forget. I always forget the actual office identity ability. I don't know why. I just do. Wait. I realized after I finished making this video that you guys are watching that I made a mistake doing some of the points. The part for the bottle collection is for the bottles, not the spirits. So you can see none of my bottles come from any place. I have except 1 wild. So none of these actually count. So I actually would have lost my 5 points I gave myself. So I would have been at a 95. Still a solid score, but wanted to throw this in that it was the bottles, not the spirits, that the region bonus counts. So, little update, and I'll take you back to your regular scheduled broadcast. But the game itself is pretty fun. I think that I am curious to how it plays with multiple people. I've played it solo a few times. Kind of want to get into a game with other people, see how it plays, see how competitive it can be. When you're like actually vying for ingredients, vying for cards and stuff. I'm also curious to see how it works in terms of like time wise. I know they do say you can do a lot of these things simultaneously. So like when you guys are all distilling your spirits, you can all kind of like do it at the same time, essentially, which will probably help the game move along. At this point, like we finished this game in under an hour, which isn't bad. The one thing I am curious about is A, when they make an official solo mode, what they do with it, and B, how they intend to increase the replayability of the game. And what I mean by this is, how do they intend to keep the game fresh so that it doesn't... You have different identities, that helps. Different goals, that stuff kind of keeps things fresh. I would be interesting if they do some sort of like scenario situations maybe, or something, something kind of like keep things fresh, and so just so that the game doesn't get stale. That's always the danger in board games, especially when there's not like a lot really going on. There's a lot going on in terms of like making the spirits and stuff, but the actual mechanic is a lot just pretty much making a combination of cards, getting points. So that, and the one thing as well, I did actually mention this to the developers, and they may or may not work on it, is these cards, primarily greeting cards, either to give them abilities or to make special recipes that have specific requirements, like, or give special bonuses for them. And the reason for this is, at this point, and I'm saying this as my probably one of my main criticisms. Right now, you see I have a choice between agave or potatoes. This one is cost me 3 coins for 1 victory point and 1 coin. This one cost me 5 for 3 and 3, so almost similar. I paid 2 coins to get 2 more, to get 2 back and 2 more points. But the point of the matter is, being agave, being potatoes, it doesn't actually matter for what I'm trying to make. It doesn't. As long as it's a green card, and that's all I really care about when I'm making my ingredient, when I'm making my spirit. Is it a green card? Is it a yellow card? Is it a red card? That's the only thing I'm really caring about. So if they find a way to make it so that I actually care about what card I'm picking, and I don't just water it down, don't mind the pun, of like generic green, yellow, red cards, then I think it'll keep me more engaged in the game. Because I remember one night I played 2 or 3 games in a row, and after a while I was just thinking like, okay, I need a plant, I need a fruit. I didn't care which one. I was like, oh, I can afford this one, get that one, and that was it. Doesn't matter if I want agave, if I want to make potato like rum, if I want to make agave in my rum. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Obviously the game has a lot to go, because you can see there's a lot of cards have placeholder art. They're still working on them, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'll put this over here for you guys. Powers and Games. They have a Facebook group, Twitter, Instagram. They do have a Discord as well. Be sure to check that out to kind of get any updates and to speak with the devs themselves. And I hope you guys enjoy this game. Check it out when it comes to Kickstarter this year. I will definitely check it out and see what they do with it. So thank you guys for watching, and hope you enjoy this little board game preview. Thank you.